Welcome back. Tycoon Li Ka-shing has warned of growing populism in Hong Kong. In an interview with mainland media, the chairman of Chung Kong Holdings and Hutchison Whampoa likened Hong Kong to a spoiled child as he expressed concern about the city's competitiveness. Li said Hong Kong could change completely in the next 5 to 6 years because of rising populism. He argued that government policies should not be dictated by people's emotions.
The Indonesian domestic helper at the center of an abuse case is still recovering back home. It's not yet clear if Ariana will come to Hong Kong to testify against her former employer. Members of domestic helpers unions who visited Ariana in Java said today she's still having a number of health problems. She says she's willing to come to Hong Kong to testify against her former employer, but she may not be able to because of her current health conditions. Her former employer will appear in court again the 25th of this month for allegedly abusing her. Water charges may go up for the first time in 19 years, but the Water Supplies Department pledged any increase will be gradual and follow a users pay principle. Joao de Silva reports.
While water charges have stayed unchanged for nearly 2 decades, the cost of water from the Dongjiang River has been steadily going up. The financial secretary said in his budget speech last month that a review will take place this year, which could result in an increase. The director of water supplies, Enoch Lam, says officials are now looking at the data and it's possible that charges will not change after they have considered all the factors. And any possible increase will take into account how much people and businesses can afford, as well as the impact on the economy. The review will be completed by the end of the year and submitted to the Legislative Council as early as next year. Hong Kong's water charges are amongst the lowest in the developed world, and strong public opposition to any tariff hikes has meant that for the past 19 years, the first 12 cubic meters of water used is free. After that, fees are worked out according to how much water is used. The next 31 cubic meters cost little over $4 per cubic meter, and the following 19 cubic meters over $6. In recent years, low water charges have prompted calls from local and international experts for an increase. They believe low charges result in wasteful habits. Economist Lam Poon Lee points to rising water consumption. Ultimately, he says, this is not a financial problem, but an environmental one.
At present, I don't see the government has any financial need to increase the water charges. So I believe that if we are going to increase the water charges, the intention should be on conserving the environment, encourage people to save water.
To ease the burden on local households from a possible increase, Lam says it should come with a reduction in government rates. Joao de Silva, TVB News.
To Egypt, where the trial of 3 Al Jazeera English journalists and 17 other defendants who face terrorism charges has been adjourned until March 24th. The trio were seen wearing white prison uniforms when they appeared in court yesterday. The station's acting Egypt bureau chief, Mohammed Fahmy, told the judge he could never possibly betray his country. Authorities accuse Al Jazeera of being a platform for supporters of ousted Islamist President Mohamed Morsi. But the network denies that and insists their journalists were only doing their jobs. In France, the alleged affair between President François Hollande and a French actress is making headlines yet again. The alleged mistress is suing the magazine that broke the scandal for violating her privacy.
In a trial that begins later today in Paris, Julie Guillet is suing the magazine Closer for publishing photos and stories of her alleged affair with France's president. Closer reported that 59-year-old Hollande routinely hopped on a motor scooter to spend the night with Guillet and ordered his bodyguard to bring them croissants in the morning. The 43-year-old is seeking 54,000 euros in damages. Convinced France's privacy laws are on her side, Guillet is also suing to force the magazine to publish the outcome of the case on its cover page.
French law is very, very protective of people's private space, even of public officials. She falls into a category where she's not a public official. but she is the reputed friend of the President of the Republic, so she occupies a middle ground between private individuals and public figures.
Rumors that Hollande has a secret lover with a famous actress sent France's de facto first lady to the hospital. The scandal eventually brought an end to Hollande's relationship with 48-year-old Valerie Trierweiler. This legal battle will feature plausible arguments on both sides. Guillet will argue that no one has the right to invade her privacy, but Closer will insist that if that privacy entails matters of state, then press freedom should supersede privacy.
They will argue that between the right of Madame Guillet to a private life and their right to publish information which affects France, that it is the right and the freedom of information which should prevail.
Others argue that such a trial is irrelevant. Whether or not Guillet wins this privacy suit, if the president continues his late-night visits with the actress, his comings and goings will remain anything but private.
And finally, this year's Hong Kong Flower Show will feature floral art displays and exotic flowers from 16 countries. It all opens up at Victoria Park tomorrow, and Stephanie Choi gives us a sneak preview.
Elephants, zebras, and giraffes. This is no zoo, but Victoria Park. Participating organizations from various countries, including Belgium, Pakistan, New Zealand, and Singapore, have set up their floral showcases here using more than 350,000 flowers. The theme this year is Blossoms of Joy, with an emphasis on harmony.
The theme Blossoms of Joy, it represents the spring is coming, and with the flower show, we can bring all the people in, and it also brings out the message about the harmonies of people in Hong Kong.
The star of this year's exhibition is the kalanchoe, an evergreen plant that comes in various colors. Unlike most plants, it absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen at night instead of daytime. You will see it in different displays. But due to poor weather conditions, some flowers have yet to bloom. Organizers will distribute flowers left over from the show to elderly care centers and welfare organizations, while wilted ones will be recycled.
Aside from the floral exhibits, there will also be music and dance performances, as well as workshops and games. So head over to Victoria Park from tomorrow until March 16th, because there'll be something for everyone. Stephanie Choi, TVB News.
And that is a beautiful wrap of our show.
Good night.
Good evening. The weather was cloudy with a few rain patches. And as tonight's situation chart shows, a strong easterly airstream is affecting the coast of southern China. Today's temperatures range from 14.9 to 16 degrees, and the relative humidity was between 79 and 92%, fresh to strong easterly winds. The current temperature is now 15.5 degrees Celsius, with the relative humidity standing at 89%. A trace of rainfall has been recorded since midnight. So Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh.
It will be rather cool, cloudy to overcast with a few rain patches. Temperatures will range between 14 and 16 degrees. It will be cloudy and rather cool in the next couple of days. Tomorrow's Air Quality Health Index is forecasted low to moderate. The maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 2. And here's the latest global weather update. Cloudy in Shanghai, showers in Taipei and Xiamen. Showers in Guangzhou and Chengdu. Sunny in Beijing, bright in Tokyo. Bright in Bangkok, sunny in Ho Chi Minh City, bright in Manila. Bright in Kuala Lumpur, showers in Jakarta. Sunny in New Delhi, Karachi and Mumbai. Showers in Cairo. Showers in Brisbane, thunderstorms in Sydney. Sunny in Toronto. Rain in Vancouver. cloudy in London and Frankfurt. And that's the weather. Have a lovely evening.